backdrop that we like, you know, big lines to just have like,
a photo booth,
yeah.
So this is technically we've got that, where is the sort of like big DJ desk that is normally tucked to the right of the stage. Obviously we've had a gig, so take it off.
Hello, my name is Reese McCullough and I was the visual production manager of Linda Ray and Friends. So there was actually quite a lot of pre-production on Linda Ray and Friends. This is where the main stage camera will be, here. And then one on that side. We scouted different venues, we had lots of meetings, we just really wanted to work out the look and the feel of the show. A big point of reference for Linda were Beyonce's concert films. So we were basically trying to do that, but with a much, much smaller budget. At the end of the day, we knew how talented these guys were. It was just our job to try and make them look and sound as good as they possibly could. So to get the best sound, we met with Jacob Clark from Evoke Studios, and we sort of talked about how we wanted the night to feel, how we wanted it to sound, the room tone, that kind of thing. And through him, we met Jacob from Whiting Visuals, who also joined the videography team alongside me and a guy called George Perryman. So we did a full tech run the day before and it was just great to see these guys in their element. That was when we sorted out the lighting, where we were going to put the cameras and the general look of the show. I also got to go along and see these guys rehearse, and it was really good just to sort of be in that creative space and just see how all their music came to life. All of these guys are so talented and so friendly. It's been an absolute joy to work on this production. So I've known Linda for a few years now, and she always tries to include as many people as she can in events like this. And I think Linda Ray and Friends was probably the pinnacle of that. She's always someone who's trying to encourage new talent and shine a light on upcoming talent. You know, she's a talented musician and producer and artist, but I think above all, she's just a really fucking lovely person, and that's probably my favorite thing about her. Well, this got a little bit more sappy than I would have wanted to, so let's have some comedy. Bring on the stand-up comedians.
My name is Luke Mazuzu and I was a stand-up comedian.
I'm Kirsty and I did stand-up as well for Linda Ray and Friends.
Kirsty and Luke, I needed them to be a part of Linda Ray and Friends, okay? Kirsty, where she is today as a performer, as a stand-up comedian specifically, she has come so far. And the time that I asked her to do this, she wasn't yet even as confident as she is today on doing a whole set.
Do you know what? I was very scared because, you know, you do this thing and then everyone you love is in this room and a load of other people as well, and you're just like, what if I'm really bad? Because, you know, with stand-up, you have to write it all yourself. So if it's not actually funny, you're a bit screwed.
And my man Luke, my lovely man, I had to have him, I had to, because he's literally like part of the reason why I launched my career. I wouldn't have been able to do the New Age fundraiser. He has been part of every single process, and he was that person for me, and he is also newly a stand-up comedian, and I just want to support that so much, not even just as his girl, as his partner, but I want to support it as a creative as well. I want to do for him in the creative industry what I'm doing for every single person that I've met. And yeah, he's come a long way as well with the stand-up comedy.
It was just a great environment and the people there was just lovely, and yeah, I just chatted a lot of shit. I don't even remember what I talked about.
So firstly, a couple of things to unpick. Firstly, my name is Kirsty, and it's actually not that hard. Like, if you've got a mum, she probably has a friend who's called Kirsty. Thank you. Secondly, I filled this up from the toilet back there and it said not drinking water. So if I throw up, it's not my fault. I am. So hello everybody! Isn't this exciting? Hello! So, who remembers at primary school when you'd have a bit of a survey, right? And your teachers would be like, who walks to school? Who cycles to school? Who gets the bus? Who gets the train? Who gets the car? Yeah? You remember that? And if anyone said they got the car, you'd scream at them. Yes! I thought it was just me because I went to Catholic school and that's against God's wishes. But if you got the fucking car, come on, mate, that's not on. Do you know there's global warming? I mean, But anyway, see, I love a good train journey. I'm quite partial to a train journey, especially since moving up to Leeds, because my home is London town. Oh, normally we hate London up north. Yes, no. Yes, thank you. No, but me and Eleanor, we have quite like a love-hate relationship. Yes. See, like, I actually view it as like my toxic boyfriend, because when I need them to like step up and take me home, they're just like, no, bitch, I'm striking. And I actually take that really fucking personally. And I told my mum that the other day, and she was like, Curse, like, it's not all about you. And I was like, bitch, I'm a star! Thank you. Thanks. So anyway, I was on the train home the other day, and I was reminded of a terrible point in my life and a terrible thing that happened to me on a train, which I haven't actually told anyone about. And I decided it would be a good idea to tell all of you about this. So, I mean, I'm not wearing sleeves, so I don't have anything else up them. So let's go. So a bit of context for you. First year at uni, I was seeing this guy. No. I was seeing this guy, and it was all like great. It was amazing. Like, he was so lovely. My mate was actually going out with his housemate, so we'd go over, we'd have like double dates and stuff, and it was all really, really, really cute and like really lovely. And anyway, then Halloween came around, and he invited me to his mate's party. So I was like, yeah, sure. Like, maybe if I'm free, I'll come. I was free. Anyway, so I go to this party. I get ready with all his mates. They're like dressed like super fucking sexy. I decide to go as Vicky Pollard. Shut up! Anyway, so I go with him to this party, and we're like, he's like introducing me as like the girl he's seeing, and I'm like, yeah. That's me. Anyway, so a few hours into the party, I hadn't seen him for a little while, and I was like, oh, it's fine, like, babe, it's just like, you know, doing what he's doing. Anyway, then his housemate comes up and gets me and goes, oh, Kirsty, I really think you need to go see him. He's in my room. I was like, oh, poor little boy, he sniffed too much K, like, oh, he's in a K-hole and needs me, like, he needs me. So I go and I'm like, oh, like, hey, you okay? He just goes, I'm like, what? He's like, I can see us being together for a really long time. And that terrifies me, so I don't think I can do this. So I was like, oh, I was like, are you dumping me while I'm dressed as Vicky Pollard in the middle of your mate's Halloween party? Yeah. So I didn't mention that we hadn't actually slept together, and I thought, oh my God, he's being so respectful. He was respectfully not giving me chlamydia. Yeah, so anyway, so I like, you know, I was just like, okay, fine, like, can I have your key? I'm going to get my stuff and I'm going to go because I was supposed to sit at his. And he was like, no, like, still stay. I was like, no, I'm going to go. So I left. Like, fuck you. Then I cried. He don't need to know that. Anyway, so I did what any sane person would do in this situation, and I booked a train ticket home to see my cats. Obviously not for the next day, because no one can afford 50 quid trains. So I got the next cheapest train, and I'm sat on the train, and I'm going home, and I'd just been dumped, and I was dressed as fucking Vicky Pollard, and I was just reevaluating like all my life choices. And so I'm on this train, and I'm listening to Don't Dream It's Over. You fucking deluded bitch, of course it's over. Like, come on, man, what the fuck? Anyway, so I'm sat on this train, And then the next stop, this really cute guy comes and sits next to me. And I'm like, hello, J-Ho, you are my destiny. My mum and dad met on a train, so I thought it was only fitting. I've just been dumped and I've met the love of my life next to me. So anyway, so like we were like kind of, you know, like giving each other a little on the train. I was like, half romanticize your life, half I'm available. Yeah, so anyway, so when he wasn't looking, I had a sneaky little peek over at his phone, see like what kind of music he's into, because my music taste changes basis on the men I'm seeing. Yeah, you know. Anyway, so have a little look. This bitch is listening to a playlist called Songs That Feel Like Falling in Love. Yerba, basically, like, fuck off, yeah? I was like, are you fucking kidding? Like, my imaginary boyfriend is cheating on me with this girl who's probably his girlfriend, he's probably really happy and really in love, but fuck that, you were supposed to be my J-Ho! And anyway, so I was like, do you know what? Fuck this! I was like, excuse me, I need to go to the toilet. So I walked to the toilet. Oh, train lurched. No, it's fine. Oh, again. Get the little bottle in, you're fine. So anyway, so I go to the toilet, and it's one of those big toilets with the sliding doors, and there's these 4 blokes outside the toilet, and I'm thinking, oh, they're queuing for the toilet. So I was just like, I'll just wait patiently then. Fine, I've just had my heart broken by my imaginary boyfriend because he's in love, and I'm not in love because I just got dumped at a party. Vicky Polacchetti, boy, fuck. Anyway, so then I get there, and these blokes are like, oh, by the way, like, yeah, man, like, we're not actually waiting for the toilet, like, the train's really full, so we have to sit here. So I was like, okay, fine, good for me, good for you, not, huh? So open the little sliding doors, go to the toilet, and I go to the toilet, and I just have like a bit of a check-in with myself, like a bit of a reevaluation of my life choices, which I seem to be doing on the daily basis these days. So I'm just kind of checking it. I do a poo. Obviously, I do a poo. Who doesn't do a poo? Did I mention I have IBS? Anyway, so I'm in the toilet, right? Bit of a tip for you all. The sensor for the train toilet is on the left. It's not underneath the tap. Because I had soap on my hands and I was so stressed. Because I was trying to get the fucking thing to work and it wasn't working. So I had to... it's on the left. So anyway, I washed my hands. Anyway, so I washed my hands. And then you have to like unlock and then open. And so I was like, you know, in my head I was like, single girl, reveal yourself. I didn't say it in my head though, did I? I accidentally said it out loud. So I said, single girl, reveal yourself, in, you know, the Paddy McGuinness voice, and the door opens and these 4 blokes just staring at me. I wanted the ground to swallow me up. and I realised this, and then one of these guys just goes, must have been a hell of a shit, love. Yes, sir! Yes, it was. If you want my number, it's here, okay? But anyway, yeah, so I think LNER owe me a certain amount of reimbursement for all this personal embarrassment. Or they can pay for my therapy! Yay! Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And let me introduce Luke.
Hey, give it up for Kirsty one more time, man. She ate that shit up, bro. God damn, I don't even know how to add to this shit. Oh, yeah? Yeah, my name is Luke. And, yeah, stand-up comedian, all that shit. So, recently, I discovered everything is all about perspective, you know what I mean, your view and everything. And I don't know what is it with humans, but things that go back and forth, somehow they just tend to make you money. I mean, look at some of the billion-dollar businesses. We got tennis. That makes money as fuck, man. Any other sport that goes back and forth, they make money as fuck, you know what I mean? And we also got porn. It's all back and forth. Another billion-dollar business. And we also got Real Housewives. Hey, it's all back and forth, man. That's all I'm saying. And with that whole back and forth, I realized I found myself in so many fights, bro. At this point, hey, it's just a given. Like, tomorrow I might end up in a fight. I don't know, it's just feeling to fight a nigga, you know what I mean? I'm just like, shit, I'm just prepared, bro. I'll just be dodging shit. I'll like, fuck, shit. But it's just the life I live, man. And I realized most of my fights, they happen with the opposite gender, you know what I mean? And I don't know why. One girl once told me that I just had a slappable face. I didn't know that was a thing until I got slapped. You know what I mean? I was like, this is some fucking bullshit, bro. But and I remember when I was young, man, in primary school and shit, I'm going home, me and my little cousin, you know what I mean? We're just chatting shit. We're like in year 5, you know what I mean? And we just don't give a shit about life and all that. We're going to wait for a car that was going to take us home, you know what I mean? And in Zimbabwe, it's not like they don't have safeguarding for children, all that bullshit. We're just waiting for this guy who comes with a truck, right? And we all just jump in the back, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't even going to check who you are or anything. You just, hey, fuck it out if you can fit, you know what I mean? So we waited, man, and we walked past this girl, man. She was telling a story to this crowd, you know what I mean? And I just had to say something because she was telling them about a movie I happen to like, you know what I mean? I was like, nah, Jack Sparrow doesn't do that shit, you know what I mean? So I stepped in, man. I started chatting shit. I'm like, oh, bro, Jack Sparrow does all that shit. And I'm looking at this girl. I'm thinking she's listening to my story as well, you know what I mean? But she's fucking pissed off. And before I know it, I just said, poof. I was like, oh shit, bro. I looked at my cousin, you know what I mean? Man's is there. I'm like, bro, did this bitch just fucking hit me, man? You know what I mean? And he's like, bro, I'm looking at my cousin, he's fucking laughing and shit. I'm looking at this girl, she's about to square up, man. She's ready to punch a nigga again, man. I'm looking at my cousin and he's fucking laughing. He's like, oh, when you go hit by a bitch. And he's fucking laughing and shit. I'm like, bro, help me, man. Because the girl, hey, man, hey, bro, hey, I wasn't just born tall like this, you know what I mean? I was like this high, and this girl was like this high. So I'm looking up to this motherfucker, you know what I mean? I'm trying to dodge all this shit. She's coming for a nigga, man. She's trying to get me out and all that shit. I dodged that shit. I'm looking at my cousin. This nigga is still laughing. He's like, damn, you getting hit by a bitch. I'm like, bro, help me. And then after a second, I was like, yo, if I don't do something here, there's no police like here in England and shit. I was like, hey, man, I might get killed in this shit, you know what I mean? So she swung, I dodged that shit. I was like, fuck that. I looked forward, yeah, there was a tree there. I ran and climbed that tree quicker than a fucking squirrel, man. Damn, I was up in that bitch like, hey, fuck up, man. But it's just those journeys, man, as I said, man, I just had a slappable face.